Hello everyone, this is Debbie from Ink and Page, and I'm here today with a new Junk Journal July video. Today's prompt is transparent, and we're on day 9. If you would like to join in on this project and use the printables that I've released for this event, you just need to sign up in the link in the description below, and I will send you everything you need, and then you'll get new printables over the rest of the month, and you'll also be able to join in on our future projects. So bonus for that. Okay, so also, if you guys could please like this video, because it will help increase its reach, and it will help more people find us, and then we'll have more people participating, and then it will be more fun. So okay, so that's it for that. Okay, and then what I wanted to do really quickly before we started was to talk about the prompt today, which is transparent, and where we might find some transparent things, because I had a few questions about supplies, like people were nervous that they didn't have the right things. And so I wanted to make sure that everybody was really on the same page of there is not a right thing to have, just because I have a punch, that doesn't mean you need a punch too, right? I just like that punch. So what I want to talk about is where I went through a craft room today where I found transparent things. Okay. So this is a piece of packaging from some Tim Holtz charms. Okay. This is great because it has like a popped up surface. So if you want to do like something where it has like either like a shaker or just something 3D on your page, it's got a super low profile, right? And I already have it. So I just have this saved here, and then there's 2 pieces that come in this packaging, right? There's one with a larger profile. So now I have 2 pieces. I'm going to just hang on to these, and, I'm sure I can find a place to use these. Okay, the other one is packaging. This was from stickers. So it was inside the little plastic thing that looks like this, which is one of my other suggestions, which this is just plastic packaging that comes on just about everything. This happened to come on a stencil, but I don't have the packaging for the flowers. I'm not sure what I did with it, but this was inside. So there's a piece of acetate inside as well as the actual plastic packaging. So there was that too. And then I also have this is a separator, like it was in packaging separating 2 things that I had purchased. So I hung on to this because this is it's like a big clear piece. There's no writing on it. Awesome. This is a sticker. I'm going to put this over, but this is a sticker from one of those little, like you can get them, I think on Amazon. They're like, it's like a package of ephemera, and it's just full of all kinds of crazy stuff. Stickers, tags. It has mostly like pieces of paper in it though, and they're generally very inexpensive. I don't have one near me right now, I don't think, or maybe I do. Oh, here's one. They look like this. They're relatively inexpensive. They have kind of cheap, like very lightweight paper, excellent for masterboards and stuff like that, but sometimes they'll have pieces like this in them. So that's where that came from. This is an envelope like for storing dies, but perfect for using for a window in a journal. And then I also wanted to mention, like, Tim Holtz does have a line of transparencies. So these are just transparent pieces of ephemera that you can put in your journal. And they also come with a transparent little bag on the outside. So, like, you have tons of transparency options here with this as well. He also has, I think he's got a few different transparencies ones. And I think in Halloween, there's like a combo pack. So, like, there's a lot of different options out there. And whatever craft supply you're buying, you're almost always getting this, like, kind of packaging, or this kind of packaging, right? This is the thicker plastic. So I just wanted to kind of point out like where you could find these things without buying them. And then if you wanted to pick some specialty items out, those are out there as well, but not necessary. Okay. So I am definitely a Tim Holtz collector. So I do try to get a lot of what he puts out, as long as it's something I think I will use and like. So not everything, but that's why I happen to have the transparencies. Okay, so that's that. Okay, and so now my plan for today is to do actually two things. Okay, so, oh, this is my spread from yesterday, and everything worked out fine. Everything dried, and it's perfect, and it closes. So, A+ for this. This came out great. I'm super happy with it. I love the color explosion, and it's so funny because I never would have put this background paper with this paper, like, consciously, but it just happened, and I love it. I just love the color. So, and I love that it's in this, like, kind of neutral spread. So what I wanted to do today was do two things. Oh, and I also, I need to show you one other thing that I have. Okay, so I want to do two spreads. I'm going to do a, like, kind of simple, easy, 5-minute, like, project, like, for just, like, if you just want to work in your journal, but you don't really have that much time, but you really want to just do something quick. I'm going to do a quick, and then I'm going to do one of my more involved plans with this here. Okay, and I'm probably going to use, I'm going to use this for my quick spread, and I'm going to use these window panes for my a little bit more elaborate spread. So, and then I also printed out a few quotes for you guys. I am going to use, I printed these out for myself, but I figured that I might as well just share them since I did it. So I'm using this I Dwell in Possibility from Emily Dickinson. This is what inspired my spread. But I thought I would include a couple of other things on here as well, just as options for inspiration. So there's, I put this in 2 different fonts because I wasn't sure which one I liked better. And then there's 3 other, and there's this one fun one this is from I have a kit called The Archivist, so I thought it'd be fun to do like an archivist quote. Okay, so let's get started on the first one, which will be quick. It's just going to be a little flip. So for this one, I'm going to put the transparent here. Actually, it'll be kind of sandwiched in between. So I'll have one transparent here, and then I'll have one transparent here on the other side. This will be kind of cool. It's a little out of my comfort zone to put things out of order, but I'm going to do it because, you know, it's Junk Journal July, and, you know, that's what it's for, right? So here is what I did, is I went ahead and I cut out one of the quotes to use, and then I picked out a couple of the journal cards that I liked, that I thought I could use. I'm not going to use all of them, but, you know, I like to have options. And then I have that one piece of acetate from that I showed you guys earlier. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I want to cut this to be a little bit shorter. The other thing I could do if I wanted to is I could score it and fold it and turn the other side into a pocket. It's so tempting when you're doing stuff like this to just to go that route, basically, you know what I mean? To just, it's so easy to just turn almost anything you want into a pocket. Okay, so I'm going to try to line that up the best that I can and score that and see if I can actually turn that into a pocket on the other side. See, look, here's me. I'm trying to do something simple and I'm already complicating it, but I can't help it. But this is just like easy ways to expand your journal, basically. You know what I mean? So like this would be an easy way to just have another little feature. Let's see if that'll do it. In your journal. And if that doesn't work or it's annoying, I'll just cut it off. Okay, so that's just one less thing that I have to do now there. Okay, so I have that. And the only crazy thing about working with acetate is how frequently you're going to lose it. It is pretty easy to lose. Okay, so that's pretty good there. This is a little bit long, so I'll have to trim that off. Okay, so what I wanted to do was put my, now if you had a transparency that, you know, they do have some you can print on. You could have printed like the whole thing on clear and it would have been neat, but I don't have such a thing. So henceforth, I'm going to put my, I have mine on this kind of ivory paper. It'll print white if you just print it. So I'm just going to cut off these extra ends. And the other thing too is you can cut these up, cut the words up only if you only want to use this. You know, you just use that or just use the word transparent. Okay. So what I thought would be nice is if I glued this to the transparency, and then what I'm going to do is put this so it comes over the top, and then I will have this, I'll have whatever I want to have underneath as like additional I think I might cut this up a little bit more, and I think I was thinking of putting them like on all the layers, if that makes sense. Okay, so this would be my first layer here. I'm just going to grab the glue and put that on. And then I think I'm going to actually, okay, so actually what I should do here is figure out my next layer. And I think I'm going to make my next layer under. This will go up. This will go to the side. Okay. So if this goes here like this. Okay, so I'm going to just do this here. And I'm going to cut this one up and put this on the second layer. Like this. And then I'm just going to figure out like where I want to put this on here. What are you doing? And then I'm going to, this would flip up. So now what I want to do is put these ones down here on this second one. And then I just want to make sure that this, the static is just keeping these on here. Okay, so I'm going to put this and this right about there. And certainly you could put the whole poem on one layer and that would make this a whole lot faster. But, you know, I just thought it's kind of fun to have like all the little flaps flipping around. So I have that. And then I can actually, okay, and then I would have this. And then what I would love to do is have another one that comes out like this. And then we can put the last one on the back. Here, just like that. Or we could do, oh, no, I want to do one more. Okay, so let's just do one more little flip to the side. Like, we could also do, like, one of these on the background, you know? And then I just need to pick one of these guys over here. This one would go this way. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to secure all my flaps, and then I will do the rest of it. Do the rest of the words. So I'm just going to use this washi tape to do it. You could use anything. You could use scraps of paper as a hinge. Anything would work. So I'm just going to use this. It's on my desk. It's green and it kind of matches. So I'm pretty excited about that right now, actually. And so that's what I'm going to use. And it's fast. And, you know, like if you trust it, it's not, this isn't like I don't think it's going to be like such a high traffic thing that it's going to be a problem, you know? So I have that one. Now I have this one here. So I'm going to go ahead and put that one in. And I can washi them on both sides. So that this one's going to be a little bit more tricky because it's right here in the spine. I love it next to this page with the leaf too. I don't know why. It feels like that leaf's just a little bit sparkly. So that goes there. So now we have this coming down on the top, and this going here, and then this going here. And then I'm going to put this image here on the back. And I'm just toying with the idea of adding one, like a smaller flip here, you know? And the other option too is, like, I did print these on graph paper. The other option here too is I did print these on graph paper. What I could do is put this one on like this. The key here on this is just to vary all the different sizes so that you have all different things going on. Then I can put this one on here, and then I'll have a quick little spread here. Okay, so this is my I managed to get ink on mine, but I think it just adds to the distressedness of the whole situation. So, okay, so now I'm going to put my background, my back image on here. And if you want to, you could put something underneath it, like a little book page or something. Just quickly to, I'm always going to want to put something underneath it, just my MO. Let's see, where's my ruler? You could also stamp on there. You could put some transparent washi tape on there, just to decorate it. We'll pop this guy on here. Okay, and then I will do this last one here. If you would look really super cute on this is if there were, like, if I had little butterfly stickers. But I don't have little butterfly stickers, but I did have my butterfly washi tape. So now I have my quick little spread here for transparent. And it only took me, I think it only took me a few minutes. I'm not sure how long it took me. But here, and then I have this edge here. And I can use this here as a tuck spot. So I can put like just a little bit of glue here and a little bit of glue here. Hold that down, and then actually you're probably gonna need clips for that, huh? Oh, I need to trim my acetate too. I'm gonna add some glue because you can see like it needs the reinforcement. So you could also use paper here or a little piece of fabric or lace if you wanted. Just depends on what you want to look. I just wanted to use the butterfly washi tape. And then once that's in there, and then now you have like a little tuck spot. So if you want to put like a journaling card in there, I might need to trim this a little bit to get it in there. But now you have like a little, now we have a little extra action going on here. I should probably leave these. I'm going to leave these on here for a few minutes, and then I will come back and trim the acetate, but I'll get started on my next idea. Here, I'm going to skip over to this one here. So for this spread, what my plan here is to cut out a few of these panes, probably these 3. Okay. Then once I have those cut out, I will trace it, and then I'll also cut it out of this page here. And then I'm going to put pieces of acetate in between, so I have some clear glass panes. And then I'm also going to decorate the remaining panes that are on this page. So hopefully it will look cool. I'm not 100% sure how this page is going to look, but I think it will be fun. So I'm going to give it a shot and see how it comes out. Okay, so let me just quickly remove these panes. It's going to be this one, this one, and this one, I think. And then this is the one I'm going to use the I Dwell in Possibility quote on as well. Because I kind of feel like that quote also has to do with windows and doors, which is funny because we just did a door yesterday. We're doing a window today. So it's very on theme for this project. Oops, I should do it this way so I can see better. I'll fast forward this part for you guys so you don't have to watch me tediously cut each one of these out. Okay, so now I have my panes cut out. I'm going to go to this page here, which is this yellow one. This is the one I want to put it on top of. Okay, so now I need a pencil. And I'm going to just trace these holes. Okay. All right, now here's the scary part. Okay, so now I'm going to cut the holes into this piece right here so that there's actual, like, we can see the window through it. Okay, so for this one, I am going to use my poke tool. And I'm going to poke a hole in the middle of each of these, and then I think I might try to use my scissors for this. Oh, this is nerve-wracking. I'm not sure what's going to work the best. I just have to be careful here because I'm cutting the actual page of my journal, which is very nerve-wracking. It feels like this is thicker cardstock, but it's not. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can get away with this. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, but I'm gonna try it. The only weird thing is on this side, it might look a little funky because the holes aren't going to be exactly square because of it's like a watercolor illustration, you know. So it might look a little wonky on that side, but all right, I'll get those trimmed down in a second. I'm just going to do the rest of these really quick. just gonna make sure everything lines up and you can't really see anything. I did use this blue washi tape because it's blue on here, and even though it's not like a super great match, if any of it comes through, you know, it'll be like, it won't be like the end of the world, right? Okay, now I need to find a piece of acetate to put on there. I'm hoping this piece is gonna fit all three. Oh gosh, I'm so lucky. I don't. Okay, so we're gonna glue this down. So first I'm gonna glue the acetate to this page, and then I'll glue this page on top of everything else. I think I'm going to take a little bit of hickory smoke and just ink on the inside of these windows just a little bit. I feel like I can see the white and I don't like it. And so hopefully this will be close enough to the gray here that's in the, like, what is it called? These things that go in between the panes. I'm not sure what they're called. Do that. And then once this is glued down, I'm on to the fun part, which is decorating. I actually kind of really like the way that looks right there. Okay, so let's get this on here. I'm thinking about using a combo of glues for this. It's going to be a little, so I think I should put probably the Fabri-Tac for here, and then a combo of glue, and I don't know if I should use the glue stick or not here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put normal, like, Nuvo PVA glue on all the spots that aren't covered by acetate. And then I'm also going to do a little glue job on the back of this with the glue stick, just in case. Do a little job there, and then I'll just run some Fabri-Tac along the edge here. Okay. Now let's hope we can get this on here and situated. It's very sticky. I'm trying to get this lined up with the edges of the page as best as I can. How does that look? Not too shabby. Okay, well, I need my bone folder here. I will say the easier version of this page, which it did occur to me afterwards, would have just been to cut a frame, you know, and put the acetate in the frame. But I just love this page, so I just figured I would, you know, go this route on it, you know, just because it's extra fun. Okay, so now I want to put some stuff on this here. So I'm just going to do some, like, pretty basic collaging and stuff on here. I'm going to grab my words here. I think my brain loves, like, typewriter font. I'm going to go with that one. I'm going to cut these out. Now I just have to decide how I want to put this on here. Okay, I got my tiny little words here. Okay, so I did gather myself a few little scraps here. I have this tiny little doily that I got in one of my little, I actually got that from 1924 Linens. She has all kinds of cool stuff. And so I gathered a bunch of, like, stuff, you know, just to use on this. This also came from the 1924 Linens. And what I wanted to do is kind of collage in each one of these squares. I'm just gonna spend a few minutes here rearranging this stuff on the page. have all my squares worked out. I just sewed this little button to the doily. And I'm going to just glue this down onto the leaves now. And put all these little arrangements I have here down with glue. Hopefully that'll just take me a second here. This is something that, like, I've been looking forward to doing all day. I hope that does not sound crazy, but, like, you know, this is the kind of thing that I just absolutely love to do, and I could do it all day long. So I have, like, a variety of different layers here. I just basically tried to use things that, like, small bits of things that I had. Before I did the video, I did do a little hunt. You know, like I said, I was hunting for different pieces of, like, transparent acetate, like, you know, packaging and stuff like that. And so as part of that, like, little bit of a hunt, I also found, like, this button, this tiny doily. You know, I went through and looked at, I have a bunch of, like, old stamps in an envelope that I got off eBay. You know, just like little bits and pieces. Like this bird is a fussy cut left over from one of my kits, you know, stuff like that. Just things that I already had, that were already cut, that were already, like, ready to go. Oops, I think my glue dried over there. I really love how this leaf kind of, like, is overreaching the confines of the pane, you know? It's just, like, it feels abundant to me, and, like, it feels like that's exactly what possibility is, you know? So, but yeah, so just random bits and pieces here, and I'm just going to stick them all down. I found this great stamp in the stamp envelope that has, like, an ink and quill on it. This is perfect for right here. I somehow knocked my little, where's my in? Oh, there it is. Okay. I thought I lost that for a second there. I was going to be pretty bummed. Okay. I found this. I had to take this flower apart to get it to fit, but I think it's going to work. I wanted to use, I had another one that was a better color, but there's just no way my journal is going to shut. And it's already having problems, and we're only in the second week, so I figured I better just go ahead and use a flatter flower. I was also thinking, you know, lace might work for transparent as well. You know, you can see right through it. We have this amazing, resilient little plant. There we go. Let's get this one going here. And now my little birdie on top here. Ooh, you know what? I should have inked this guy. I'm kind of going about this in kind of a weird way, but you know, I'll get all of them down. All right, so I think I can put this one on. Then I'm going to put a little collage-y business of this paper. And then I picked the number 9 because it was, you know, it's the 9th day of the month and the challenge. Put this little bit up at the top here. I'm not sure if this is going to need something else. We'll see. Okay, let me do my little butterfly here. It'll be interesting to see what I do, like what I can do with the other side of the page. I don't remember offhand what the next prompt is. I'll have to look, see if there's any way to work that in. There's that. Okay, so this possibility one I want to do is I want to get this through the charm. And tie that on there. I'm wondering about putting a little piece of this on here. I'm not sure. You know what? I keep gravitating back to all these colors, these like the blues, the browns. I just love them. Come on, little backing. This does not want to come off. So I'm just going to twist this kind of into a circle here. I got everything glued down. I'm sorry there wasn't much talking. It's just like a lot of thinking when you're doing this. It's not like a lot of like overt thinking either. It's kind of just like looking at everything and deciding what needs to be the next thing, right? So this is my spread for transparent, which I think I got some glue on here. It should come off. So what I did was I put the acetate, I cut the windows out, and I cut the windows out of this page as well, and also glued all the little pieces into the little squares to make a little transparent collage here. And we'll see what happens with the other side of the page. I'm not sure what I'll do over here, but it's possible I could do something cool. And I haven't ruled out completely putting something in the windows, but I just like having them blank right now because I just like the transparent, you know, nature of the whole thing. So that's that one. And then we have our other one too that's over here. Oops, that I can take my little clips off of. Go up and we can open to our beautiful view. And I put it like this so that when you opened you would see this. I probably should cover that up too at some point. But, you know, so 2 transparent spreads for the price of 1 today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you would give it a like and subscribe, I would appreciate that so much. And I will see you guys back here tomorrow for the next prompt. Ooh, which is wax. So that should be fun. So put your thinking caps on and start coming up with some ideas for tomorrow, and I will see you then. Thank you so much for joining me.